Hey everybody, Hardtekticon is back with another third-party review. This time, the Planet X Neptune, aka Fall of Cybertron Sludge. Now today I am going to start out with figure or bot mode. Take out his hammers, accessories, give you a better look at him. Because I find it annoying that most Transformers these days, third party or otherwise, are coming in robot mode. And then all the reviewers start them off in alt mode. So for that first time to get them from robot mode to alt mode, you either got to figure out the cryptic instructions or just fiddle around with them yourself and figure it out. So I'm going to start a new trend of starting in robot mode. And there he is, without weapons. He is a very, very solid, very chunky, heavy, nicely built Dino robot. He's a very handsome boy. Very handsome. He's got some great, great details there too. He's got some really nice light piping in his eyes. Let's see if we can get a close-up without getting all blurry. Do the hand thing. The hand thing works for some reason. And he's got a lot of nice transparent red pieces right here throughout his chest. Unfortunately, that spot's probably going to get covered up by an Autobot. You can hear he's got some really, really ratchet joints. Really strong. He's got great articulation. For a Brachiosaurus or whatever the heck he's supposed to be, his backpack is not that bad. I will have to say it's not that bad. Especially when you compare it to Fan Project's Columpio, which I like Columpio. He was pretty cool looking, but this guy, oh, so chunky. So chunky, like a Brachio whatever's supposed to be. Now you can take these parts that are going to become his tails and thin out his backpack, making it a little deeper by doing that. And that gives him not so wide backpack stance. I kind of like the way you can kind of see his Dino head right behind his robot head. Most people think that's some kind of TF sin to see any bit of the alt mode, especially when it's a Dino or Beast, but y'all get over it. He has lots of ports for his weapons. He's got there, and there, and there, and there, and I believe that, right? Yeah, right there, in the side of his legs, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Now, he comes with these two hammers, which, if you remember, people were complaining that the swords that came with Kalos, aka Swoop, were not transparent like the Fall of Cybertron Hasbro Grimlock sword and shield. And seems like Planet X listened. As you can see, they're transparent. You can see all that. Glow, glow, glow. Really nice. My only complaint, and some people will probably appreciate this as opposed to complain, is there's no peg on the side or anywhere but right there for storage, like if you just want to sit them right there. Now there is a way to officially store one of these two guys in Dino mode, and I think it's pretty clever, but I would like a way to store both of them, and there is a way. And he comes with two of these guns. Unfortunately, I was being very rough and impatient and excited and broke the handle off of one of those. I contacted BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store, and they said they'd send me a new one next time they got shipment. So that's pretty cool, a Big Bad Toy Store. So normally he comes with 2 of these guns. One more complaint, I don't have the extra gun without the handle right now to show you. And this is a stupid little complaint, but just to add it, they are not mirror image. So if he's dual wielding these guns, like this red barrel looking thing is always going to be on your left, his right. Very minor complaint, not a big deal. So it comes with lots of weapons, and this one you can store right here or on his leg if you want, kind of like, you know, some sidearms. But there you go. Let's put one hammer in his hand and one gun in his hand. I also considered giving one of these hammers to Ultra Magnus, which is right here. And I gave him an extra forge hammer, because to me Ultra Magnus just looks really great with a hammer. And Ultra Magnus is a serious type of guy, so I'll say it for him. It's hammer time. And it's hammer time. So, that's how Ultra Magnus looks with one of Sludge's hammers. Neptune. And if, you know, you get creative, you can find a slot back there to shove it. Now it kind of looks like a radar dish. So, for articulation from top to bottom, his head can rotate left to right, up and down, and all around. These little shoulder pads can rotate back and forth. He can move his arms, kind of. This piece right here kind of blocks his arms, so that's another reason to move them back at your preference. So his arms can do a full 360. Even though that looked a little painful for him. They can move in and out. You can actually get a lot of articulation out of that. Pull this part out and kind of slide it down or slide it further up. They move left to right at the elbow, and of course up and down. Man, listen to that racket. And his wrist move left to right, and that's it. Now he does have waist articulation. He has hip articulation, in and out, ouch, and back and forth at the knee on a double hinge ratchet doodly thing. And no ankle tilt. Yay. I'm not an ankle tilt Nazi, so I really don't care. Really not that big of a deal. So y'all can go cry to your mommies. Your Dino mommies. Which, joke's on you, because Dino mommies don't care. Most of them don't. So, there is articulation. Let's get him into Dino mode now, which might get a little hairy. And that was not some kind of pun, because dinos are not hairy. Again, most of them are not. I'm sure somebody's going to correct me. So, let me get everything. Alright. I got to remember how to do everything properly. One way to start out, go ahead and flip what's going to become his tail out of the base of his tail. And you can go ahead and move that up and around, because it's going to be covering his head. But let's just do it like that for now. Like giant spikes. And move this open. and move this big old long Dino head out. Okay. And from there, oh, and he also does the same thing as swoop, which I kind of accidentally did already. If you look right in there, let's see, can you see it? There's two notches, one on top of the other. In robo mode, the things are going to be plugged in the top notches. But when you go into Dino mode, you want to move them down and plug them into those bottom ones. Okay? So, now with that done, you can successfully, there we go, put his tail over his head. There we go. Alright, now what do we do? I've only transformed this guy a couple times already. I should have prepared more, but I didn't. Alright, let's see. I know shove the fist in his feet. Now that is just pretty funny looking there. Okay. Then we're going to, let's see here. Go ahead and move these down. There we go. And move his waist around. Right? No. Do not move his waist around. Okay? His Dino feet are actually inside his robo feet. And these are going to be his front legs. I'm not in frame. So yeah, you just pull these out and move them around. Pull these out. They're not plugged into anything in there. They just kind of fit nicely in there. So, from here, let's see. Go ahead and move this. Well, okay, move his frontal head around. Okay. And then, let's go ahead and, whoop. I'm getting off center here. Close this out for this moment. Okay, close this up. Then close that. Alright. Now you see these holes right here? They're going to be going on these pegs. And this is the hardest part of the transformation in my opinion. So bear with me. Let's see, I think we're supposed to move from this top ratchet joint. Kind of get that head down between his legs. No pun intended. I think we're supposed to move these to the side. Yeah. Because they have these notches right here. These parts of his feet on the inner feet. Move them up. We're gonna kind of make the legs, oh geez, kind of eat themselves here. Let's see, maybe I should just move this out of the way like that for now. Oh lordy. There we go. I really need a new base. I'm kind of looking. Hold on. Alright, technical malfunction here. Be right back. So, got this thing fixed for the moment, and I just realized that I did not do, besides Ultra Magnus just to hold the hammer, I didn't do any proper comparisons. So I'll make sure to put a couple extra pictures showing some good comparisons at the end of the video. So, we are still in the process of getting these legs to fit. Oh geez, I just almost pulled his tail off as a mistransformation. I actually broke it or anything. So, we want to move the bottom ratchets first. and most likely people, I will be getting some of those Toy Hack back display things to replace this green thing, which is, it's on its last legs, whatever. It's on its last feet. It doesn't have legs, it just has feet. Okay. And again, I've always had trouble with this part. I don't know why it's got to be so difficult. And there we go. So you just plug it in there. And let's see. Let's do it right this time. Move the foot out of the way. We're going to move it, keep this part straight, at least like that. And then make sure it bends at the bottom ratchet, connected to the more silvery piece. I didn't really point out as many paint details as I could have either. But, I mean, you're getting it. And he really matches great with Kayla's. Brr. And there we go. So, oh, look at that. He just gloofed up. So, what's the problem here there, buddy? Huh? Is there a problem? There we go. And then those two pieces that I showed you, we're going to kind of plug together. Supposed to. There we go. See that? Yeah, you saw that. And then you just move his feet around, get everything positioned, pull this little lever thing out, and I can't remember if this is something you're supposed to do before or after the final part, but you're going to kind of, this whole chest piece pulls out and forward, and whoop, like that. See? And it's got a hinge right here, a hinge right here, and a swivel right there. So, and by the way, look at that. You got like hidden detail. Cool. You're gonna flip it around, and right there, there's another peg hole, and you're gonna hold the neck down and plug it into said peg hole. And that's what's gonna keep the neck locked in place. And there we go. As I did it. Victory. Make sure his legs are up. In up position. I told you down earlier, but I meant up. Get him back in there. And there we go. Let's get them all fixed back up, repositioned, replugged in, all that mess. I messed it up, so now I have to undo this. Redo this part right here. I swear to God, this figure is actually fairly easy to transform. You just gotta transform them a couple times and not suck at it. And that's really the trick. Just don't suck at transforming. And you will have everything you need. So, now finally, again. And there we go. Whew. Now from here, you just kind of straighten up all his feet. Hello. And you have one awesome Brachiosaurus. Again, if that's what he's called. And I like this. This is really, really cool. Okay, this part, again, didn't plug in. This is not Planet X, people. This is me. This is simply me sucking. I'm an honest guy. I'm not going to lie to you. Just do it again. Okay, maybe it's a little bit Planet X. They could have done this part a little better. Maybe a little better. But you get the idea. maybe a little bit of glue or nail polish or your preferred method will make that a little better. So, but there he is. He looks awesome. He's real nice and thick and dense. His tail doesn't move, but let's get to articulate. Oh my god, it came undone again. Alright, technical malfunction break. Okay, so I got that fixed for the moment. Chances are it's going to come undone and we're not going to care. So, let's get some articulation out of the way. Well, first of all, check out that mean looking Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus head. Oh god, someone's going to be angry now. It's a Brontosaurus. You focus on it. Come on now. Look at that. Look at it. It looks very angry, especially for a plant eater. What is supposed to be a plant eater. He's even got these spikes on the bottom, which in third-party ways are very sharp. His mouth opens for some really sharp teeth. Ow. Okay, ow, ow, ow. As you can see, sharp teeth. So, his mouth opens. His neck moves up and down right here. And left and right at right here. And really that would be one of two things that I prefer Fan Project's Columpia over this guy. His neck moves like a snake. Like there's like 4 or 5 different joints. The other thing is that it comes with a minicon, and I love minicons, but you know what? He's got his own little minicon. In canon mode right now. But I made him a custom minicon. There's a review of it way back. It's Nose Cone from the Technobots. That's coming undone too. Embarrassing. Okay, yeah, that works. Alright, so if it's not plugged in, it moves up and down like this. You're going to see me plug this thing in so many freaking times, you're going to have it memorized just by watching this one video. So one part of the transformation you will know by heart. There we go. It never even plugged. There we go. There we go. Okay, I see. Just kind of squeezing in between some panels. Alright, and his front feet, they move at the shoulder or shoulder equivalent, back and forth and kind of in and out. That way he can kind of do a curtsy. And they move side to side at the ankle joint and back and forth. He's got some really flat toes, by the way. I'm not crazy about that, but not going to complain. This, of course, moves. And he moves right here on his back legs. Side to side. And back and forth at that aggressively awesome ratchet joint. And his tail only kind of moves like this. You got a head in there. So the articulation is not great, and I cannot get that chest thing to stay in. But to be honest with you, this is actually my favorite mode of the two. The robot mode looked a little barrel chested, and I understand it fits with the character really well. If anybody's going to be barrel chested, it should be that guy. But I mean, that whole profile, just, man, I love it. I'm really digging these Planet X Dinobots. Really looking forward to Snarl. His name is going to be Sumanus or Sumanus or something like that. It's named after some god or something. He's He's got light piping in his brachio head, including right there. Yeah, what is that? Now remember, he's not supposed to move like that. Just mine because I'm stupid. Now, I told you about weapon storage. Sorry about that. Now, with his guns, remember you get 2 of these. I'm just dummy and I broke one. You can plug it right there. You can plug it right there. Or you can plug it right there. Whichever one you want. I normally plug it right there. And as for hammer storage, this is what you can do with one of them. Only one. You open up this part. You take the hammer. Okay. Like this, I do believe. Yeah. Like, nope. Well, see these little peg notch boogery things? We're going to plug into that. So let's see. I just got to remind myself how it goes. Okay. So you put it in there and you close it up on those notches. I'm trying to see too. And it's mainly important that y'all see. And you kind of close it up. So he's kind of got like a little handle hanging over his tail. But I think it works pretty well. The other hammer, wider. There you go. He can hold it in his mouth. Alright. Or if you want to be a doopy, you can plug it in to where it's like he's got the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction slug swords that come out of his sides. So you can do that if you want. And if you want to be creative / jealous like me and have his own minicon, you can plug that in right here. Or there, or there. Lots of plots. Or you can open this up, take the hammer out, wish there was another place to put it, transform this guy, and just right in that little spot. I'll have it like this or something or another. There we go. And he's riding in Slug. Dino Riders. Who remembers that? Yeah, who's old enough to remember that? That works. I think that works pretty well. And then he can, I don't know, he can have a hammer with him. I don't know. So, that is Planet X Neptune's, aka Fall of Cybertron Sludge. Voyager size, a very chunky, big Voyager size. Not quite ultra size, but a very good Voyager size. So, just for the heck of it, since I got him in my favorite mode for him, and my favorite mode for this guy with his own minicon, there's those two together. I will get a more proper pictures to go either at the front or back of this video with both of them in Dino mode and both of them in robot mode together, along with Fall of Cybertron Grimlock and the special edition Fall of Cybertron Doomlock that I reviewed a couple months back. Here he is with Fall of Cybertron Jazz. And for a alt mode, here he is with first edition Dusty Prime. There we go. So he's a good chunky Voyager. He's a good sized Dino Voyager. I know I've said chunky a lot, but I mean, if any robot is chunky, this is it. The only robot chunkier that I can think of is Generation 1 Unicron, that rare ball thing. So, that is my... Goodbye, Optimus! That is my review. My high quality professional review of doing stuff wrong. And Planet X... do it like this. Remember, that's not supposed to be sticking out if you can see it. It's supposed to be plugged into the chest. But remember, who sucks? Hardtekticon sucks. But Hardtekticon just did it in one fell swoop, so bam. So there is Planet X's Fall of Cybertron Neptune, aka Sludge. I might have called him Slug once or twice. If I did, I am sorry. Along with Transformers Prime Technobot Minicon Nose Cone. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out all my other videos and look forward to the ones coming up. I've got a fun one for the end of the year coming up pretty soon after this one. And I hope y'all enjoy that one too. Make sure to check out my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter and check out my MySpace page. MySpace, wow. Aging myself again there. Facebook page. Check out my Facebook page. All that will be in the description below. And look this guy up. He's awesome. See you next time.